What is up, and welcome back to Highline Co. So today I have a little bit of a different video, so it's not going to be as action sport based, but we have a new vehicle on the channel. So this is my 2003 7.3 liter 6-speed manual. I'll show you guys inside in a second. Well, it needs some new rear brakes, so yeah, don't mind the rust. So I have some new rotors and some new brake shoes and brake pads. So we're going to be diving into not necessarily a how-to, but I want to show you guys just kind of what it takes to swap out these big heavy-duty rotors, swapping out the brake shoes and getting the springs and stuff replaced, and just getting some new brake pads on there. So let's just jump straight into the action. So Ethan was going to be here with me today, but I think he's still sleeping from a little bit of a party he was having last night. So hopefully he shows up and he'll make an appearance, but till then, we're just gonna start lugging all of our tools down to the street, and well, we'll get into it. All right, so I got some tools over here. Uh-oh. Where did I put... I pulled out my sock. Oh, that's right. Duh. I put it right on there. So I had to order this. These have the splined lug nuts on here. So I had to order that. But so I don't have an actual impact. So I got this one off Amazon last year, this Alloy Man. And I don't think it's going to break these loose. So I'll probably just have to do a breaker bar on it. But here goes the clip of it not doing anything. You ready to be unamazed? Oh ho ho! It did do it. Nice. Nice. Actually, very impressive. Nice. Look at that. Oh. I haven't taken the wheel off the ground yet, so let's get to that part. All right. So this impact has like a weird, so when it's like on the brake torque, sometimes it'll just not like go all the way. It's like a stopping feature so you don't like overspin. It's kind of cool. Oh. It's kind of cool, but also kind of weird. God, this wheel is so heavy. What do you guys know about the old school Dick septic wheels, huh? Boom. Roll this bad girl out of the way. Oh, it's actually not too bad. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get these caliper bolts removed. This one and the bottom one, put the caliper probably up here off to the side. Then we'll get this rotor off. So I already took the parking brake off, so there's no pressure on this wall. And so once we get in there, we can see what it looks like. But so my parking brake, so it wasn't going all the way to the floor, but it's just super hard to press down. All the slack is already taken out of it and it's just not working well. We are going to Lake McConaughey in like a week and a half, and I'm going to be towing the boat out there with this. And so at the boat ramp, I want to be able to put my parking brake on and not worry about the truck rolling into the water. So this is kind of one of those big things I need to do before we get all the way there. So we're going to just swap these over and see what they look like. So the one thing I am Oh, that bolt is loose. The one thing I am kind of concerned about, these rotors look too big. So the guy I bought this truck from actually gave me these rotors, but they look a little large. I think, I mean, we'll know once we get this off, but the diameter of it looks off, and that's the timer to go feed my pup. So be right back. All right, so I might have discovered, we'll see once I try to put these on and see if they fit. I might have discovered that these are actually a second set of fronts, which would be kind of weird because previous owner did do the fronts. If you look at them, they're like brand new rotors. So I'm either wondering if these are accidental fronts that maybe he swapped in his shop, or so this one didn't have a box. I have another one on the driveway that isn't a box, and the part number matches up for a front one, but maybe he just swapped the box or something. So I'm just gonna keep getting these disassembled, and then we'll see once we try to reassemble if we got to go spend, you know, $100 at the parts store. So I'm just gonna take this all the way out of the way. So, I mean, if anything, if I do have to go buy some new brakes, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather have new brakes than old brakes, but I don't know. Last time you guys bought brakes, they're not the cheapest. Come on, babe. Come on. Come on. Getting this bolt out of the way now. Take this top one out, and then figure out. Oh, see, it was just stuck on there. I mean, this caliper bracket has to come off anyway. Look at these brake pads, aren't bad. They're just old. This brake rotor is just rusty. It's really not that bad. So I'm not gonna pop those out just yet until we figure out what's wrong with this bad boy. Almost feels like, so there's the adjustment underneath here for the drum brakes. It almost feels like it's biting, so I'm gonna see if I can pop the cap off and loosen these to see if this drum just pops right off. All right, so I got it to pop off, and look at these brakes. They are very, very, very thin. Doesn't look too bad, but biggest thing we gotta do now is I gotta try to match this up and see if it's gonna work, because I don't know if it will. I might be making a parts store run. pretty far off. So I don't think if I do even get this on there without scratching it. Yeah, see, it's, dang, that sucks. So I'm gonna have to run to the parts store, go get some rear rotors. So at least I have spares for the front, I guess, in a perfect world. Only other thing I'm gonna do now is going to make sure that the pads fit and are the same size as these. Like I said, those don't look the worst, but if we're in here replacing everything, we might as well just replace everything. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna have to go get new rotors, which is totally fine. Like I said, I'd rather just have everything replaced. Ethan is on his way, so he should be here in a second. So once he gets here, I can leave my mess on here on the sidewalk. I can run and get something. He'll probably take the camera for a sec. But the biggest thing right now is getting rotors that fit. So let's go blow some money, I guess. Okay guys, so not quite ideal, but I have figured out you cannot do these without hating your life, without taking the axle out, and I just don't have the time to do that today. So instead of taking the axle out, trying to get new rear axle seal, get some gear fluid, all that stuff, so I'm going to do kind of an old school trick. So these don't have like too much scoring on them. If you run your finger back and forth, obviously they're not the greatest shape. They also still aren't too chewed up. So I'm gonna take some sandpaper, just get some of this old scoring off, super light, nothing to like cause any more harm. And then I'm just gonna get some brake fluid or brake clean, spray off all the junk, and then we'll get the new rotors on for now, and at least just fix the strength. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So down in there's like a star nut, so you can adjust how much these brake shoes push out. So I'll show you how to adjust that once we get the new rotors on, and then we can make sure that the parking brake's working properly, and then we can go drive around, because we did have somebody show up, and I'm gonna grab them right now. But let's go. Are you gonna say what's up to the camera?
Oh, good morning. Showed up late today.
Is there a reason why you showed up late? Like a 6 a.m. bedtime?
6 a.m. bedtime because of a little adult juice.
Adult juice. But jumping in his nice new work truck. Gonna go grab some parts real quick. And, oh, are you a winner?
Yeah, it's a $25 winner.
Ooh, look at that.
Big baller in here.
Look at this nice, what is this, like a 2020 or
2019?
Nice little work truck, huh?
F-150 Eco.
Eco.
Twin turbo.
Not a real truck. Made it to the best place ever. If you're watching this, sponsor us. $281 later. Terrible. Hey guys, so I got the new rotors. Spray them off, get them cleaned up. And then I'm gonna just do some little bit of scuffing on those brake shoes. Get them on, go to the other side. And then once I'm done with the other side, that's when we can adjust the pressure on the brake shoes, and so I'll show you guys what I mean by that, and then the parking brake should be a lot more set up. So take the sandpaper, and we're just gonna pretty much just give it just like a nice little top coating, and then you're just gonna hit it with our brake clean. We don't want to go crazy. We're just trying to get a lot of that gross rusty buildup off, and then this will help, hopefully, when we go to set the brake, get rid of some of that old residue. So now you can see nice and smooth. Compared to this, you see all that shiny like glaze. So that's all we're trying to do, is just make this look new and then hopefully it'll feel new until we can go through and replace them.
I will say, this parking brake needs done because this guy almost hit me at the lake. We went and dropped the jet skis in, make sure they're running good before upcoming video for you guys. Stay tuned for that one. That's gonna be a good video. Here's well, I guess I want to say parking brake. He decided to put it in reverse instead of first gear as I was at the trailer.
I got flipped up on the 6-speed. We both have our CDLs, and so I don't know what I was thinking, but I went down into 1 instead of reverse, and yeah, I almost ran him over.
I thought my life was over. I've already been hit once, not again. Bigger than my head.
Yeah, they're huge. Thankfully, now, see, I showed him a video earlier. It was hitting the dust cover, and this one fits. This one's good, and just gotta swap out the pads real quick, and then compress the caliper, and we'll be good. I might need to go grab my bigger one. Oh. Oh yeah.
I need to just C-clamp it.
Did I bring mine over?
Yeah,
oh yeah, I did.
Right,
yeah. I forgot I grabbed it. This caliper hose is not long.
Oh, that's not long at all.
This C-clamp's not the best.
Yeah.
But let's see. That might work. One. There we go. Oh. God, I gotta switch these sides. Alright, just stay right there. Alright, so we should be good now. Just gotta grab the big boy caliper bracket bolts. Thread them Big Johnny's back in.
These are cool and all, until you gotta work on them.
And everything with the truck is expensive.
Yeah.
Because everything's so much bigger. Like my Subaru parts for the Forester are like $5 compared to $1,500 for this.
Yeah.
Like, I need to compress it more.
I was gonna repeat this side, get this knocked out.
Hopefully it should be quick.
Hopefully it's simple. With this.
Oh, awkward.
Pulled an Ethan again.
Awkward.
Alright, we'll see y'all when the side's done.
Okay, so on the back of the wheel, so underneath back of the wheel, there's this dust cover, and there's a little lip in there. You can barely see it. You can barely see it. There's like a little star nut in there. We take your screwdriver, and I don't remember which way it is on the driver's side compared to the passenger, but basically you just got to rotate it until the wheel starts getting friction, and that's how you set the parking brake. So I'm just gonna keep going and then spin this and see how it feels, and then go and then do that, and then we should be able to get into the truck and see what it looks like. Whoops. All right.
What are you talking those two?
150. So online it says 150 to 165, depending on what you have. My torque wrench maxes out at 150. So 150 it is. I'll just double check them after like 50 miles just to make sure they're not loosening up. And
Definitely
then,
before we go to.
yeah, before we go. I gotta add air to all the tires too before we go, but we'll be good.
Fun fact: I did not torque my tires one day.
I didn't go low enough on this side.
Oh, I was driving back home from Wyoming, and I was going through the construction on the highway. Next thing I know, I hear my fender rubbing on my tire, and my tire's flying down the highway, and I'm going into a wall. So, torque your tires. Wheels. Tires.
Like that? So I got the e-brake. So it's going not like all the way down to the floor, but it's definitely going low. So we're gonna go drive around, maybe kind of push on it, and then I'll come back and then I'll just adjust them some more. But it should be pretty close or relatively close to where it's supposed to be. So. Brakes do feel good. Faster, make sure these brakes are feeling good. Pulls right through the intersection.
I know.
Yep, they're good. Sorry about the squeaky bed. Alright, we're gonna do a little 2-3 pull. A little old 7.3 liter rip. Not fast, but man, she's got
She goes.
Right here so you can see some numbers, EGT, boost, but those cost money. Well, sorry throwing you around. I was trying to see if you could bring some traction, but no. Alright, so finally got it. So it still goes pretty freaking low, but now we're gonna put it in low and we're gonna start pulling forward. See, it's going, but this is also like, that's low gear in this truck. Second gear, well, it still goes a little bit. Maybe I can get a little bit more bite on it. Yeah, see, it's definitely not going as much, which I think it should be fine. I had to adjust them a lot more than I was anticipating. We're gonna go drive around the block just to make sure it doesn't feel like it's rubbing, but I mean, I think that's all she wrote for this video. All right, so we got it out. Brake is working. I think I just need to tighten it a little bit more. So like I said before, on that little dust pan behind the wheel, if you go down, up,
Top down.
top, okay, top down. So that star bit, if you go put the screwdriver at the top and flick it down. So basically, if you're looking at this back wheel, that star nut in there is turning like you're doing like righty-tighty. So top down and it'll spin it. So worked a lot better, but for what I actually wanted to get done on this truck today, it did not happen.
You didn't want to pull the axles off.
Yeah, that was going to be terrible. I don't have there's like a special socket, and it just would have been, it was already long as it was, but
hot,
very hot. This dude's probably a little headache.
Nah, not as bad.
Not bad.
As bad as when we went drifting.
Up next would be some tires at some point, but his dirt bike, we got a video for that too.
Yeah, that's a video. We got a couple videos coming up. We have a trip coming up that's gonna be a fire video. We have 13 people going, so there should be a lot of content on it.
We'll have a boat,
2 jet skis.
2 jet skis. Hopefully, we're just gonna rent it. Wakeboard,
Beer pong,
beer dye,
a spike ball,
volleyball maybe.
It's gonna be fun.
Hopefully, there's gonna be a lot of action. We're gonna
Tubing.
try not to make like a super long video, but we'll see how it ends up going.
5 days. It's gonna be a long video.
It's gonna be a long video. So, other than that, you guys need to subscribe to Highline Co. Need to click the link in the bio because that takes you to Obsessed Garage, so you can get objects for your garage like shelving and some other parts. Go check them out. They got crazy cool flooring, so I'll link that down below. But on that note,
we'll see y'all in the next video.
peace.